Hello, Math 96. Just a few more days till Halloween. Today's October 28th. So today we're going to review one more concept for the test, and then I want you to complete these two problems that we're going to do on page 27 in your white notebook. It is a blank page that is in your notebook for scratch work. So periods 1 through 5 we're going to test tomorrow, and periods 2, 4, 6 we'll test on Friday. And then we did 2 days of review for chapter 2 test before today. So we did these on page 143 and 144 of your white notebook. If you haven't done those, go back to Google Classroom and listen to the recordings and do that work, because you need to upload those images to your digital workbook for page 143 and 144, and make sure you include yourself in the image uploads. All right, here we go. We're going to go on page 27 in your white note-taking guide. Before we do that, I updated your table of contents. So this is everything that you should have, including those two test review day worksheets from the recordings that are on Google Classroom this week, okay? All right, so these images are already in your digital workbook number 2, so you can view them there, or you can also see them here. Okay, so on page 27, if you can write this down, I'll give you just a minute. It's good to write down the problems. So if you can go ahead and hit pause and write down this part, what was given, what was given, and what to find. And then obviously the number 1, right? Hit pause, please, while you do that. Okay, you should be back from writing down the two problems. So we're going to get started. So what you do is you read through here. It says to find the function f at 5 and add it to the function g at 2. So for the first part, for the f function, we're going to write down the actual function. So we're looking here, and this is what we're going to write down. So negative 3x plus 8. We're going to add that, because of this plus sign, to the g function. So here's the g function. So we're going to write this down. So then we're going to plug in the numbers. So for the g function, at the x spot, right here, we're going to plug in the number 2. So this will be 3 parenthesis with a square minus 1, and I'm just going to use a different color here, and plug in a 2 from this 2 right here. Okay. And then over on the other side, we're going to do negative 3 times something and add 8. And it says to plug in a 5. So we're going to plug in a 5. Then we just do the math. Don't forget to bring down the plus sign. So we're going to work from the left to the right. So negative 3 times 5 is negative 15 plus 8. Negative 15 plus 8 is negative 7. And I'll do the other side. Always don't go 3 times 2 is 6. That's wrong because of PEMDAS, right? So be careful, especially if you're taking the military entrance exam or if you're doing a college entrance math test. They'll put this kind of problem. You should not be doing the multiply part until you do the exponent. So we need to do the exponent first. Very common problem. Then after that, then we'll multiply. So we're going to do 2 squared first. Okay, so 2 squared is 4. So 3 times 4, and then subtract 1. 3 times 4 is 12 minus 1. 12 minus 1 is 11. So this will be our final answer. F of 5, and I'm just rewriting what they asked us to find up here. So I'm writing this part down because that's the proper way to answer. F of 5 plus the function g at 2 is equal to, and 11 minus 7 is 4. So it's equal to 4. And that would be your final answer. Okay. All right, most common student mistake is to go 3 times 2 is 6. In this row right here, kids will go 3 times 2 is 6, 6 squared is 36. That's wrong because you're not doing that multiply that's in between 3 and 2 until you take care of that exponent, okay? You can hit pause if you need a minute. Okay, if you can write down this problem right here, the functions are the same. So for number 2, we're just going to find f of 10 minus g of negative 5. The functions are the same as the one from the last one. Okay, so we're going to take the f function, which is right here, and we're going to write that down. There's the f function, minus, and then on the subtract, if you look at your notes, on the subtract problems, don't forget to add parentheses on the right. After the subtract sign. Okay, so that's an extra step with the subtract problems. So we're going to go like this. And we're going to write down the g function inside there, which is over here. So 3x squared minus 1. Okay, so we're going to plug in a 10 right here, right? So it would be a 10 right here. So negative 3 times 10 plus 8 minus, I'm just going to stay on this side. That's negative 30 plus 8. That's negative 22. And I'm just I keep bringing down the minus sign, right? And then now I'm going to plug in the negative 5. I'm going to plug it into that x. I'm going to keep my parentheses. Oops, sorry. Negative 5 squared, and then take away 1. Now make sure that according to PEMDAS, you do the exponent first. So you're doing this first. So that would be 3 times 25, because negative 5 squared is equal to negative 5 times negative 5, and a negative times a negative is a positive 25. Okay? So we're going to do 3 times 25, and then we're going to take away, if that doesn't want to write, take away 1. So this would be 3 times 25 right here is 75, take away 1. Come on, pen. I want to see if I can change colors, but it doesn't want to let me. Okay. So I'm going to write this down. Negative 22 minus, what's 75 minus 1? 74. And at that spot, we can drop the parentheses. And that's equal to negative 96. So the final answer would be just the problem written down. So f of 10 minus the g function at negative 5 is equal to negative 96. So you can go ahead and hit pause here if you need to copy some of this down. Let's see if I can get the screen to move. Hold on. There we go. I'm going the wrong way. Okay. So we will not be uploading this work from today to the digital workbook. It was just for extra practice. So we are not going to. and not. We will not upload it for the digital workbook. Okay, so please be ready for your test this week, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you. And today's College Wear Wednesday. Just as a reminder, wonder if you have your college shirt from where you would like to go. I know that there's virtual tours. You can go to the College and Career Center, and there's virtual tours where you can tour the campuses virtually on your computer to see which campus you'd like to go. Maybe like the University of Hawaii. All right. You guys have a great day.